boss holding her job hostage could make her go to these stupid sessions, but they couldn't make her cooperate. Talking is pointless, she'd told Dr. Sunny at their first meeting. It doesn't change the facts. Ellery could ramble on until she was blue in the face, and it wouldn't bring back any of the girls Coben had killed. Nothing she could say now would keep her off the Chicago streets the night she'd turned 14 years old. Nothing would change what had happened in Woodbury last summer. She found the meeting room without any trouble. It was in the basement of one of the older buildings, and the scuffed-up linoleum floor and lone crankshaft window reminded her of an elementary school classroom. The circle of chairs and blank whiteboard added to the effect, although the table at the back of the room appeared to have a hot plate with coffee on it. Dr. Sunny looked up from her notes with a pleased expression. "Ellery, welcome. I'm glad you could make it." Others turned to look, too. Ellery glanced around at all of them in turn, curious about which person Dr. Sunny wanted her to meet. There was a tall, slim African-American man wearing a conservative pullover sweater and Malcolm X-style glasses, a heavy-set older white guy with shaggy graying hair and worn-out work boots, a couple of women, one Hispanic, perhaps about Ellery's age, who sported a shaved head, and Ellery squinted. A neck tattoo? The other woman looked like an average Boston suburban housewife, white, plump but not overweight, with soft hands, a tired perm, and a Target sweatshirt that did not match the designer handbag at her feet. They were all strangers to Ellery, but she found they were regarding her with recognition or expectation, as if her arrival had been scripted. She felt her face go hot and wondered if Dr. Sunny had told them her story, irritation flashing through her because she was at a disadvantage now, knowing nothing about them. Then she remembered they would have to have lived under a rock the past few months not to know who she was. Which was why it was so stupid to have her come in the first place. Try being raped and then watching Hollywood make a movie about it, she told them silently. Where's the group for that? Ellery crossed the room with her head down, making a beeline for the coffee table. She didn't actually like coffee, but at least it would give her something to do with her hands. Her fingers had become clumsy from the force of her embarrassment, and she had difficulty getting a single paper cup free from the stack. "Let me get that for you." Ellery glanced up to find the black guy standing next to her, holding his own cup of steaming coffee, which he set aside to assist her. He had the coffee poured before she could object. "Thanks," she said, careful not to touch him as they made the exchange. "Happy to help. My name is Miles, by the way." "Ellery," she replied with a short nod. She wondered if she was supposed to ask what brought him to the group, or if it was off-limits like asking a con in prison, "So what are you in for?" She said nothing, and instead set about adding cream to her coffee, filling it to the very brim, after which she added 4 straight packets of sugar. Miles gave a low whistle. "I take it you don't really like coffee," he said with a smile. "You could set that outside in the snow right now, and it'd turn straight into ice cream." "Then maybe I would eat it," Ellery admitted. She took a sip and made a face. Miles chuckled and sipped his own coffee. "It's not good enough to force it," he advised her. "This here is your very basic cup of joe." "It all tastes like dirt to me." He scratched at his chin thoughtfully, and she looked him over for scars. She saw no obvious marks on him and became more intrigued for his story. "I suppose the Java beans come from dirt," he said. "Like we all came from dirt, and one day we'll go back into the ground altogether." He lifted his paper cup in mock salute. "To the cycle of life." She raised her cup in solidarity, enjoying the morbid slant on the discussion. So far this was easier than she had expected, and she hoped that Miles was the one she was supposed to talk to, so that she wouldn't have to make direct conversation with any of the others. "Have you